Hey there everyone, Tom Day here. This is the Default Agent channel. Welcome back. This is a channel where I teach brokers and agents how not only to get REO listings, foreclosure listings from banks, but how to service them as well. Today's a short but very important lesson on how we handle personal property and trash in foreclosed homes. In prior videos, I've talked about what happens when we encounter occupied properties. But as is quite often the case, when people learn that their property is being foreclosed on, they quite often abandon it. And when they leave all kinds of trash and things that are difficult to move, furniture and other personal belongings. If we determine that it's personal property and not trash, then we have to handle it differently. Now, this is a property listing of mine, but from back in 2009. And as you can see, it kind of looks like whoever was living here just simply packed a bag and left. There's all kinds of furniture, kitchen items, clothing, electronics, tools, paint. There's scaffolding, a ladder. There was a portable hot tub, and there was even this pickup truck. And it was up to me to help determine what was trash and what was personal property and how we were going to handle it from there on out. All right, so what exactly is the difference between trash and personal property? Well, personal property is when the contents value is greater than $500 in what we call garage sale value, what you would estimate it to sell at a garage sale. Now, obviously, that's a very subjective kind of value, but it's the best that we can do. It will be up to you to itemize the things that you find on the property and try to assign some kind of a value that you think it might sell for at a garage sale. Then you're going to report back to the asset manager what you found, and from there you'll be told what to do with it. Now, agents sometimes get blamed when some of the personal property left behind in the home comes up missing. So obviously don't take anything, but it's also a good idea to just avoid handling it altogether. And when you're going through the property, to take just a ton of time and date stamped photos and maybe even some video as well. Be especially careful when you encounter things that could contain personal and private information like file cabinets, computers, even smartphones. I remember one listing that I got was when we went through the property, it was virtually empty except for some small amounts of trash strewn about. When I sent the photos back to the asset manager, he noticed that there was an old desktop computer on a table in the garage. And there's no way that computer is worth more than $500. It's probably worth $100. Regardless, it could have contained personal and private information. So we had to go through a personal property eviction on that property, even though there was virtually nothing in it. Had we not done that, it's possible that the former owner could have come back and sued everybody. Once it's decided what to do with the contents of the property, in all likelihood, it'll be up to a property preservation company to do the trash out, the removal of all the items. It may end up going to the curbside for a set period of time before it's eventually hauled away, or it may end up in bonded storage. That all depends on the local laws. You as the listing agent are really working as the eyes, ears of the asset manager. You're going to report what you see, make some estimates, and then let the asset manager or the eviction specialist decide what to do with the personal property and or trash. Once it's determined how it's handled, whether it's put to the curb or storage, then you're going to go back to the empty property and take more time, date, stamped photos, report that task is complete, and wait for new tasks. All right, now in summation here, We learned that personal property is when the contents is greater than $500 in garage sale value. How we handle that personal property will vary from state to state, so be sure you know your state laws. Always follow your directions from your asset manager very carefully. Be sure to take a lot of time, date, stamped photos. Be especially careful of things that contain personal and private information. And of course, if you are doubtful of anything, be sure to ask questions of your asset manager. And that's all there is to today's lesson. If you have any questions about what I just went over, please leave them in the comments section. I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button for me, and also subscribe to my channel. I have more content related to foreclosures, REO properties, short sales coming down the road. My name's Tom Day. This is the Default Agent channel, and I'll see you next time.